Hey guys, Cinema Sickness here, and we are about to head out to Jake's Flea Market again. Definitely got to hit up Jake's. There is a slight problem with that though, and that's the fact that it's a bit later than when I would normally leave to hit up Jake's. Jake's is a place that pretty much starts to close up by noon. You got to get there early to actually get stuff. If you don't head out there at a decent time, everybody's going to be gone. So that's one of the main problems. And the reason for that being, the reason why I'm heading out here a little bit later is because according to the weatherman, all week he's been saying rain all week, and he said it was supposed to start raining Saturday night and go all the way into Sunday, just keep raining Sunday. And that it started out like that. Last night, thunderstorms, got really stormy, it was raining all night, and I thought, all right, well, Jake's is definitely out of the picture for tomorrow because it's happening just like the weatherman said. It's supposed to rain Saturday night, get all in the Sunday. So I had no plans at all to go to Jake's today. I thought that's out of the picture. Not going to Jake's. They're going to be rained out. Well, blue skies, white puffy clouds. It's not raining. So I actually stayed up rather late last night, watching some movies and doing some stuff with Cinema Sickness. So I stayed up pretty late. So I definitely slept in this morning. I did not get up early to go to Jake's. I slept in, and when I woke up, I could see like sunlight coming through the window, and I thought, what's up with that? So got up, looked outside the window, and again, blue skies, white puffy clouds. So I was like, shit. So I still had time to like get dressed to go to Jake's. So I literally just, as soon as I saw the sky, I got up, got dressed, and headed right out. So I literally just got up maybe like 5 minutes ago. So yes, like I said, we are headed to Jake's now. Hopefully, you know, the fact that it was supposed to rain won't deter people from wanting to come out and sell stuff. I'm hoping that, you know, people who maybe originally wanted to sell stuff today or would normally be selling stuff today maybe didn't say, yo, we're not going to sell because it's supposed to rain. That could be. It could be that people won't be selling stuff because they thought it was going to rain today. So Jake's could be dead for all I know. I have no idea. I'm going to have no idea what's going to be going on at Jake's. So we will have to just wait and see. But if it is dead, I'll probably end up going out to cash converters too. So maybe I'll hit up a few stores in Pottstown if Jake's ends up being dead. I don't spend too much money there, but we'll do the wait and see how things go. So let's head to Jake's and hope for the best. All right, guys. Well, it looks like Jake's is hopping. The threat of rain has not deterred everybody from coming out and wanting to sell. That is awesome. I'm going to apologize right now. It is very windy today, so that might already be distorting the video. I do apologize if the wind does cause some issues today, but regardless, let's go hit up Jake's and see what we can find. All right, here's our first DVDs and VHS tapes. But unfortunately, I don't really see much anything in here I want to pick up. And here we go, guys. Lots more DVDs. A ton of them, actually. Lots to look through. Alright guys, that lady was kind of eyeing me up, so I didn't want to record too much at her booth, but holy shit. Lots and lots of fantastic titles there. We're talking season sets, collector sets, newer DVDs and stuff like that, all for $3 a piece. I mean, full seasons, $3. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff she had I already owned, including a lot of the seasons, although I did pick up one, but she had a lot of seasons I already had, and as far as the collector stuff, you know, it's things I already own, unfortunately, but just an amazing table full of stuff for really, really cheap, and I did pick up a few titles, so that was awesome. Alright, some more DVDs. And not really seeing anything I want to grab, I don't think. Alright guys, here's a whole box full of VHS. Some interesting stuff in here. Black Adder. Down here I see a media release of Attack the Killer Tomatoes. A shame it's not in better shape, but a lot of interesting stuff. I'm curious to see how much Black Adder he has in here. There's some more Black Adder. This could be good. So I'm going to dig through here and see what he has. He said they're $1 a piece, but he'll give me a deal if I get more, so I'm excited to see what's in here. Alright guys, here's a bunch of VHS tapes for only 25 cents a piece. Things like Bozo, I might end up grabbing that. It's interesting stuff, and more in the truck as well. And some DVDs as well. How much are your DVDs? How much are your DVDs?
$2 a piece. And your CDs? 50 cents. Great deals. Lots and lots of VHS tapes. Some DVDs, some CDs. Oh, $1 a piece for the CDs. $2 DVDs, 3 for $5. I think I've looked through here before, though. Some decent stuff. I mean, things like Mo Money I've spent years looking for, but I already have that now. So some good stuff in here, but I don't think anything I need to pick up. DVDs and Blu-rays. Excuse me, how much are your DVDs and Blu-rays?
The regular DVDs are 2, Blu-rays and box sets are 5.
Alright, thanks. So $5 box sets, $5 Blu-rays, and $2 DVDs. Well, alright guys, it's time for my favorite stand here at Jake's. Again, VHS, CDs, DVDs, all for great prices. Let's see what he has. Any DVDs today for only $1 a piece. Here's Complete First Season Hill Street Blues. I might grab that if it's in good shape. What else do they have for $1 a piece? Some great deals, probably. And here are more $1 DVDs. Good deals inside today. But is there anything I need to pick up? I'm not really seeing anything. But for $1, I might grab a few things just for the hell of it. Here's some $2 DVDs, guys, and I've looked through this table before, but there are some new things, like some new horror titles, like Funhouse, which I do already have, so I don't need that, but kind of a shame because I spent a while looking for that. Here's the double disc special edition release of One Missed Call, but unfortunately those are scratched, so I'm not picking those up. Phantasm 3, but I already have that as well. So some interesting horror titles and some other interesting titles just in general. But unfortunately, it's all stuff I already have, and it doesn't look like I need to pick any of this up. All right, guys. So another great day at Jake's. Got a lot of good stuff. Spent a decent amount of money. Got a lot of great titles. So I think I'll still head out to Cash Converters anyway. I mean, I am in the area. I might as well just hit it up, see what they have. So let's head out there really quick and see what they got. Alright guys, we made it to Cash Converters. Let's go in and see what they got. Alright, first thing's always first, and that is Blu-rays. See if they have anything good here. And I'm not really seeing anything new, at least not compared to the last time I was here. So not sure if I'll be picking up any Blu-rays, unfortunately. But maybe they have some good DVDs. Let's look around. As you can see, there is plenty of DVDs to look through, so this might take a while. Alright guys, well, Cash Converters was a success. Unfortunately, no Blu-rays that I wanted to pick up, but all their DVDs were marked at only $1 a piece, so ended up picking up a few actually. Found some stuff I wanted to grab. So that's it for today, so let's go home and take a look at everything I got. Alright guys, back from cinema hunting. As you saw, hit up both Jake's Flea Market and Cash Converters. Today was a great day. Like I said, I initially started out by assuming it was going to be raining, because that's what the weatherman was saying, and as of last night, everything that the weatherman had said was coming true. It was raining last night. It's supposed to be raining today, but I woke up. It was beautiful out, and it was a gorgeous day. It was that type of weather where you could either get away with like not wearing a sweatshirt or wearing a sweatshirt. Either way, you'd be comfortable. It was just beautiful. There was a nice breeze blowing. The sun was out. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous day to hit up the flea market. So very happy about that. Like I said, I was kind of worried there wouldn't be anybody there because I was assuming most people probably hadn't planned on selling stuff this weekend because they had probably assumed it was going to rain, so they probably weren't going to go out. But I guess since it didn't rain, they all came out to sell, and there was a lot of good stuff. Kind of a strange day though at the at Jake's at the flea market because I actually came across some pretty decent deals, but it was all like decent deals on stuff I already had. Like, I kept coming across titles I'm like, oh man, I've been looking for this for years, but I already found it. I found it maybe a year ago, or I just recently bought it. Things like that. Stuff that would have been a really good deal had I not just already picked it up for already a good price. But it was just one of those days where I kept coming across stuff and I've been looking for the longest time, and I already had it. So definitely an interesting day. And I have to say there wasn't a ton of people selling stuff at Jake's either, as far as media is concerned. It was a lot of people that I've seen before, or anybody who was selling new stuff. Again, it was a lot of stuff I just already had. It was one of those days. A lot of stuff I already had is what people were selling. But that's the way it goes sometimes. So let's get right down to it. Take a look at everything I got. Again, got some fantastic deals. And the first thing I'll show off here are some CD soundtracks. Grab these all for $1 a piece. And these were all from the guy who has that huge stand you see every time I go to Jake's. You get the big stand full of DVDs and CDs and now VHS tapes as well. Unfortunately, he didn't have any VHS tapes I wanted. He even didn't have any DVDs I wanted either, which, you know, happens. Usually it's kind of like if he's gotten new DVDs in, like a lot of new DVDs in, and he says like every couple of weeks he gets like a few hundred DVDs in. So when he puts those out, I usually come across a few titles I need, but I guess he hasn't had anything since, what was it, like last week or 2 weeks ago I was there. So didn't grab any DVDs off him, but he did get some new CDs in. He had some soundtracks I wanted to pick up. These were all $1 a piece. First one I picked up here was the soundtrack to Bye Bye Birdie. My wife and I, we still joke about this movie because we watched it together, and Anne Margaret, good actress. I've heard her sing and other stuff, and she sounds pretty good, but her singing the song Bye Bye Birdie, just, ugh. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard. It's so whiny and just, I hate listening to her sing that song. So this is kind of an amusing soundtrack for me to pick up. Seeing as, you know, I like the music from the movie, it's just that Bye Bye Birdie, the main song, it's a little hard to listen to. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword. I'm happy I got this, but that one song's going to drive me nuts. But really cool for $1. Then also for $1, well, like I said, these were all $1, and this was really cool. This I'm really happy to come across, and that is 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Really cool soundtrack. I don't usually come across stuff like this, so this is just awesome. Really, really, really excited to come across this. Great movie. Great soundtrack. This is also really cool, the soundtrack to Hideaway, which I still haven't watched yet. I did just recently pick this one up. I hear it's pretty decent, but I haven't got around to watching it yet. So really cool to come across the soundtrack. This isn't one of those soundtracks I come across very often, so that was awesome. Then I got the soundtrack to The Mod Squad. You know, decent movie and, I don't know, maybe decent soundtrack? Who is on here? People like Everlast, Bjork, Crash Test Dummies, Busta Rhymes, Breeders, and so on and so forth. So yeah, actually a decent soundtrack. Pretty cool. And then the last soundtrack I picked up was Hollywood Soundtracks. This year being a Blockbuster Video exclusive. So that's pretty cool. It has a bunch of different songs from different soundtracks. Like, let's see. Songs from Cool Runnings, Maverick, Blown Away, Sister Act 2, The Flintstones, The Getaway, The Mask, It Could Happen to You, and so on and so forth. So really cool, especially since, like I said, it's a Blockbuster exclusive. Very cool to come across this. Again, just a little compilation of music, but really, really cool. So $1 a piece for these. That was a great deal. Then I grabbed some VHS. I picked, the guy wanted $1 a piece, but he said, you know, just give him a deal. I think he was just trying to get rid of everything. Anytime somebody came up to him, he was selling all kinds of stuff, not just VHS, but all kinds of junk. And anytime somebody walked up to him and said, how much is this? He says, how much you got to give it to me? Or how much would you give me for it? So he just was trying to get rid of everything. So he said, you know, VHS were $1, but if I got a bunch, you know, just make him an offer and he would take whatever I asked him. And I grabbed 3 and I said, you know, $2 for all these? He said, sure. So the first thing well, actually, I guess I'll just show you all these because they're all from the same thing. First I grabbed here was Blackadder 1, Part 2. Then I grabbed Blackadder Goes Forth, Part 1, and Blackadder Goes Forth, Part 2. I'm pretty sure I'm very close to having the entire Blackadder series on VHS now. I might need like 1 or 2 more releases and then I'll have the entire series on VHS. And now that I'm trying to get them all on VHS, I'd much rather have the DVD set. Unfortunately, I haven't seen the DVD set for cheap. Every time I come across it in a store or online, it's always really expensive. And I love Blackadder, would really like to get the DVD set, and I hope to get it someday, but as of now, it's just a bit too expensive, so I'll have to live with getting them on VHS until I can afford to, well, not that I can afford them, I can afford right now to buy the Blackadder DVD set. I just don't want to pay for it because it's way too expensive. So until I see a drop down in price, I'm not going to pick it up. But for now, the VHS are fine, and all 3 of these were $2. Sounds like a good deal. Then, geez, now I'm trying to remember how much I paid for this. I believe I paid, I think I paid 25 cents for this, and that was Bozo, the world's most famous clown. Just Keep Laughing. Fully animated cartoons plus special live Bozo appearance. You know, as far as what cartoons are on here. I'm not really sure. I never really watched the Bozo show. So I'm guessing these are cartoons that were like especially made for the Bozo show. I don't know. Bozo was something I never really watched. I remember when I was a little kid, Bozo was still on TV, if I'm not mistaken. At least in syndication anyway. It might have been reruns. But I remember him being on TV, but I never watched Bozo the Clown. So not entirely sure what's on here, but you know, it looks like cartoons. So I figured I'd pick it up. If you guys know what's on here, if you guys, you know, if this cartoon's on the back looks familiar to you, let me know. If you guys know more about this Bozo release or the Bozo show or something like that, clue me in, give me some information. Let me know if you think you know what's on here. Then I paid, I believe, 50 cents for this, and the case is beat up. I mean, this isn't in very good shape, but you understand why I had to grab it. And that was Thunder Run. And why did I have to grab this? You guys should know the answer to that. That's correct. Right there. The Canon Pictures logo. If I see that logo on something, I'm buying it. It's a done deal. I don't care what it is. I mean, as long as it's in decent enough shape to play, which this looks to be, I'm picking it up. This is obviously a rental copy, so it's just that the case is like, I mean, the artwork's like just really, really badly destroyed. But like I said, the VHS looks to be in fine condition, so that's cool. But again, Canon Pictures, I had to pick it up. Not sure if this is released to DVD or not. I'll let you guys know. I'll probably put it right here, whether it's been released DVD or not. But lots of Canon Pictures films have not been released to DVD, and this might be one of them. If this hasn't been released, then I'd say for 50 cents or... No, yeah, 50 cents. I'm sorry, I forget how much I paid for all my stuff. 50 cents, this would be a really good deal then, so very cool. Alright, then when I first walked into Jake's, the first thing I came across was a lady selling a whole bunch of DVDs, and we're talking really good stuff. They were all $3 a piece. She had full seasons of stuff like Weeds, and I think she had like, I want to say like True Blood and like 24, stuff like that, like good seasons of shows. All for $3. Everything on our table. Every single DVD, even a set, was only $3. Great, great deal. The unfortunate part was, again, like I've been saying, all the seasons that she had, except for the one I picked up, was stuff I already owned. She had like at the beginning, like the first couple seasons of like a lot of shows, and I already had them. She also had a lot of newer titles too. A lot of stuff that came out in like the last year on DVD. She had. Unfortunately, again, they were all titles I've already found and already picked up. So I didn't get very much from her, but I did grab 2 titles, and at $3 a piece, I think it's a pretty damn good deal. First thing I grabbed here was Weeds Season 7. This is the last season of Weeds I need to pick up. I have all the seasons before this. I have Season 8. Didn't have Season 7 yet. So great find for $3. It's in perfect shape. Very happy about coming across this. Now, I was a little weary about picking this up because I did, maybe like a month ago, order off of Walmart's website, off of Walmart.com. It might have been a pricing error, but they had the complete Weeds series on Blu-ray for like dirt cheap. It was crazy, crazy cheap. And pretty much everybody's assuming it was a pricing error because like a day or two later, it's back up to being regular price. But the question is, will it ship out? Nobody's quite sure about that. My order has not been canceled yet. According to Walmart.com, my order is still being processed. It's in the processing stage. It's not good. The set hasn't been released yet, so I'm not going to know for a little while yet whether or not I'm actually going to get it, or whether it's going to be shipped out. It may or may not be shipped out, but I wasn't going to take the chance. I figured for $3, I'm going to pick up the last season of this I need, and if the complete series on Blu-ray does end up shipping out to me for the great price it was listed at, then yeah, I can sell this. I'm sure if I put this on Amazon, I'll get at least my $3 back for it. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to really, you know, lose out on anything if I pick this up. But I figured, you know, just to play it safe, just in case I don't get that Blu-ray set, just in case Walmart says, no, that was a pricing error, you're not getting it, I'd get the last season I need. So really cool. I'm really excited to watch this because, like I said, I have Season 8, but I've been holding off watching it because I really want to check out, you know, Season 7 first. I'm not going to watch Seasons 1 through 6 and then 8 and then 7. That makes no sense. So now they have Season 7. I can finally finish this series. Very happy about this. And then this is also really cool because I did just recently watch this movie. My wife rented it from Redbox maybe like a few months ago, and I loved it. Thought it was a fantastic film, and that was Moonrise Kingdom. Such a good movie. I'm looking forward to watching this one again. It was absolutely great. Wes Anderson movie, and I mean, any movie by Wes Anderson is usually really, really good. I don't think I've seen I think I've seen most of all of his movies. I'm pretty sure anyway, and I love them all. So really, really cool for $3. Great deal. I've been waiting to find this one for a while now, and finally came across it. Very happy about that. Then for only $1, this guy, he was the guy who had the sign up that said, today only, all DVDs, $1. I looked through his stuff before, and really wasn't anything in there I wanted to grab, except for one title that I initially kind of overlooked because, not overlooked today, but overlooked in the past, because it's something I've never seen. I don't really know a lot about. I've heard of it. I know it's a popular series, but it's not something I've ever really been into or even seen a single episode of. But for $1, I thought the complete first season of this for $1, like I said, I've heard it's good. I've just never seen it, so I figured I'm gonna pick it up. And that was the complete first season of Hill Street Blues. Like I said, I've never ever seen a single episode of this show. I know very little about it. I know it's like a cop drama, but I've never seen a single episode of it. But apparently, like I said, it's pretty good. I know it's a popular series, it's a big following, so yeah, I figured for $1. I'd pick it up and check it out. I look forward to seeing this because, like I said, I hear it's good. So for $1, I think we can all admit this is a great deal. Let's see here. Okay, so the next 3 titles I grabbed, these were all from that lady who had a whole bunch of DVDs for $2 towards the end. And I initially said that I wasn't going to pick anything up from her because I looked through them all. She had some good horror titles like Funhouse and stuff like that, and like Phantasm 3 and things like that. Some good horror titles, but all of them I already had. So initially I was going to just pass up on everything she had, but just for whatever reason I looked through one more time, and as I'm looking through, I'm like, well, maybe I'll get this, and maybe I'll pick that up. So I actually ended up grabbing 3 titles from her. Like I said, they were all marked at two apiece. Asked her if she would do 3 for $5. She said yes. So I did pick up 3 titles here. First one I grabbed was, and you've seen me look at this before, and that was the Best of Billy Ray Cyrus, the DVD collection. Now, I'm not a big Billy Ray Cyrus fan. I don't really like his music all that much. I really just picked this up for the Achy Breaky Heart video. It's pretty hilarious. I remember watching it as a kid a lot, so yeah, I don't really know what to say. I'm not some huge Billy Ray Cyrus fan, but for $2, I figured I'd just pick this up. Again, really just for the Achy Breaky Heart video. That's about it. Then this was interesting. This I've never seen, but it gets decent reviews online. It was brand new, factory sealed, and it's an Anchor Bay release. Anchor Bay is really what sold me on this. I'm a sucker for Anchor Bay releases. If it's a horror movie and it's been released by Anchor Bay, if I find it for a good price, I'm probably going to pick it up just on the Anchor Bay logo alone. And that was Curse of the Devil. Don't really know much about this. Like I said, I looked up some things online. I didn't really read the reviews, but I see what they kind of like ratings people gave it, and everybody was giving it like a 3 or 4 out of 5. So it got good reviews, and people seem to like this movie. But again, I really don't know much about it. I don't know, but like I said, it was factory sealed. It is Anchor Bay. It's a horror movie, so I had to get it. And the last tale I got from her, this I wasn't initially going to get, but when she said she would do 3 for $5, since I only got this for $1, I figured I'd pick it up. And this is my second copy of this. And I'll explain to you why I grabbed the second copy of it, and that is the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force, movie film for theaters for DVD. Now, the reason why I picked up another copy of this, again, this being my second copy, is because I have a feeling this is going to become a very rare DVD. And the reason I say that is because I never see this anywhere. This is a DVD that I rarely ever come across. I do think I just actually recently saw it at Target. I think it was like $10 there or something like that. Or not Target, I mean Walmart. I think I just recently came across it maybe a week or 2 ago at Walmart for only $10, which at the time I even said $10 is a lot for a DVD, a lot more than I would normally pay, but since I never come across this, if I didn't already have it, I might have been tempted to pick it up because it's just something I never see. So again, never come across this. I rarely ever see it in the wild. I never see it in stores. I mean, pawn shops, flea markets, thrift stores, never come across this. In brick and mortar stores like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, stuff like that, the one I saw in Walmart, first time I've seen it, I think, since this movie was actually released. So it's just something I never see. So I'd be willing to bet this is going to become somewhat rare. I have a feeling this will be really hard to find in the next few years. I mean, it's already kind of difficult to find. So I think, unless you're going to order it offline. So I just have a feeling that this is going to get harder and harder to find as the years go on. So I thought, for $1, I'd pick up a second copy, just hold it in stores in case something happens to my my original copy, since I have a feeling it's just going to be rare, I would pick up another copy just, just as a backup in case it does go really rare, it does go out of print, it is hard to find, and that maybe my copy gets scratched or something like that. So just a backup. For $1, that was a good deal. Then I picked up 3 titles here from a lady actually selling stuff. I didn't actually shoot at her stand because she was really, she just like was looking at me the whole time. Like, I don't know if she thought I was going to steal something. I mean, I had my bag out next to me. I had my phone, and she just was like, just staring at me. And I was like, all right. So I just kind of looked through her stuff really quickly. And, like, all her titles were still factory sealed. So I have a feeling maybe she was like eyeing me up with my camera because maybe she like stole all this stuff. I don't know. It was kind of weird that everything she had on her table was factory sealed. So unfortunately, like I said, I didn't film any of her table because she seemed really shady and like, was just eyeing me up. So whatever. But I did grab 3 titles off her. First one here was a Blu-ray that I picked up for only $5, and that was The Paperboy. Don't really know much about this. I mean, I've read the synopsis. Sounds interesting. I don't really remember hearing about whether it was good or not. But what sold me on this is really the lineup. I mean, people like John Cusack, Matthew McConaughey, Nicole Kidman. I mean, it just seemed like an interesting lineup. It seemed like an interesting story too. So if you're for $5 a Blu-ray, again, factory sealed, why not pick it up? Then I grabbed The Glass Shield, which at first I was looking at because it's an Ice Cube cop movie or something like that. And I was like, that's cool, Ice Cube cop movie, sounds awesome. But I wasn't gonna get it. And then I saw Lori Petty, and I was like, oh hell yes, Tank Girl. I love Lori Petty. I'm a big fan of her. I love her movies. So I figured Ice Cube, Lori Petty cop movie. I'm gonna grab it. Pay $3 for this. Again, factory sealed. Seemed like a good deal. But like I said, I really don't know anything about this. So if you guys know if this is any good, clue me in. And then the last title I picked up, looks like this one may have been from Big Lots. I see a sticker on there. It kind of looks like Big Lots. But it's been torn off. Anyway, grabbed it. Well, I'm showing it now. But I grabbed this for $3, and that was Key Largo. Really, Humphrey Bogart's what sold me on this one. Love Humphrey Bogart movies. So, yeah, factory sealed for only $3. Figured I'd grab it, but haven't seen it yet. So, look forward to checking that out. Alright, so that was everything I grabbed from Jake's. Got a really good haul of movies for some great prices. Got a lot of good stuff. Like I said, just kind of a weird day where I kept coming across really good deals, but most, I'd say 90% of the really good deals I came across was like all stuff I already had, but still, got some great titles. So after Jake's, I hit up the Pottstown Cash, no, I'm sorry, not Pottstown Cash Traders. I hit up Cash Converters in Pottstown. And at first, I thought it was going to be a bust. I looked at the Blu-rays. There was nothing there I wanted to grab. Looked over the DVDs. Nothing there I wanted to grab either. And I was just there. I think, was it last week I was there? Like, either a week or two ago I was there. And looks like they hadn't really got anything new in since the last time I was there. Everything looked the same. Now, the cool thing was they had all their DVDs on sale for $1. So I was pretty excited. I was like, all right, awesome. $1. I'm looking around. Not really seeing anything new. A couple titles that I was interested in, they were scratched. I knew that from last week. I mean, I even opened them up just to double check again, and yeah, they were all scratched. So there were a few things I might have been interested in picking up for $1, but since they were all scratched to hell, I ended up passing on all those. So I initially thought it was going to be a waste of my time stopping there. I thought, all right, nothing here I'm going to get. I'm just going to head out. But as I'm walking out, I see they have a whole, it was like a big cart full of DVDs that I guess hadn't been put out yet because their DVD section was pretty well stocked. So I think it's just a bunch of stuff they're waiting to put out once some DVDs get bought. So I said to the guy, I'm like, hey, can I go behind the counter and look at those DVDs? He said, sure. So I went back there and ended up finding a couple of titles I wanted to pick up. First one here, and again, these were all $1. That was a good deal. First one here being Life Aquatic. Now, I already had this movie. This is here being the Criterion Collection release. But kind of weird the way they released this. They released 2 different Criterion Collection releases. They released a single disc version, and they released a special edition 2-disc version. I only have the single disc version, so I figured for $1, I was going to upgrade to the 2-disc. Good movie. I enjoy this one, and like I said, I only have the single disc, so for $1, why not upgrade to the 2-disc version and get a whole bunch of bonus features? I mean, special edition 2-disc features, loaded, all that stuff there. All that's on the 2nd disc, I think. So really, really cool. For $1, figured I'd upgrade. Then I grabbed, and this is something I've been wanting, like, I've heard about, but I really don't know what it's about. I basically heard people saying, like, oh, this is really good, but I don't really know what it's about or anything like that. I've seen in stores for, like, decent prices, but I've always just kind of passed this up, and like I said, I just really don't know much about it, and that was Atlas Shroud Part 2. I don't have Part 1 yet, but I figured for $1, I'd pick up Part 2, eventually get Part 1, and then watch them. But, like I said, this is definitely a blind buy. I really don't know much about Atlas Shrugged. I really don't know much about it. I just heard it's apparently good, but I don't even know what the story's about. This is just a complete mystery to me. Yeah, I have no idea. So for $1, like I said, I figured I'd grab it as a blind buy, and eventually I'll get Part 1, and then I'll watch it, and we'll see if it's any good. Again, another blind buy, but it is a Dimension Extreme title, so I figured, what the hell, and the artwork for this is really interesting, too. It is Black Sheep. As you can see, there's a sheep eating the ear off somebody. And, wow, there's a sheep with like a foot hanging out of it. This guy here is turning into a sheep. I don't know what the hell this movie's about. Looks like a killer sheep. I don't know. Looks like a fun movie, though, but I don't know much about it. All I know is it was a Dimension Extreme title. It was $1. It looked like a killer sheep movie. Sounded interesting to me, so for $1, I grabbed that. Then I also grabbed Jim Gaffigan, Killing Baby. I enjoy his stand-up. That's pretty much all I can say about that. Like I said, I do enjoy his stand-up. I've seen some of his specials before on like HBO, I think, and I think he had Comedy Central specials. This is a Comedy Central special apparently, so I might have seen this one. I don't know, but I do enjoy his stand-up, and for $1, of course, I was picking this up. And then the last title I grabbed, this wasn't a DVD, this was a PVD, a personal video disc for the Video Now player. They actually had a couple there, but I had all but one of them. And they were surprisingly in really good shape, too. A lot of times when I come across these, they're usually scratched, because these are meant for kids. Adults don't usually own these, so they do tend to get scratched up. But this one, perfect condition. And that was The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Volume 4, which comes with When Pants Attack. Really cool. Again, a personal video disc for the Video Now player. Love picking these up. Love collecting these. It's just it's a fun format to collect for, but as I always say, one of the worst formats I've ever seen in my life. The picture quality on these, the audio quality on these, everything on these is just complete shit. But still, a fun format to collect. So for $1, of course, I was picking this up to add to my Video Now collection. So there you go, guys. That is everything I grabbed today. Definitely, like I said, again, a good haul. Good haul from Jake's. Good haul from the, I keep wanting to say Passtown Cash Traders, from Cash Converters. Passtown Cash Traders, whole different store. One that I need to start hitting up more often, actually. But anyway, so good haul from Cash Converters as well. So really good day. A lot of good deals. I mean, again, $1 DVDs at Cash Converters, you just can't beat that. And all the titles I grabbed for dirt cheap at Jake's was good too. And all on a day that I thought was going to be a bust. I thought today was just going to rain all day. But as it turns out, beautiful day to go hit up the flea market. Definitely glad I got out there. Even though I got out there late, I still did pretty well. I see maybe like a half hour before I left, people were starting to pack up. What I actually did was, I've noticed that depending on where you are in the flea market, like kind of depends on what gets kind of cleaned up first. It seems that like way out and back, it seems to get people seem to start packing up first, and like up front, people seem to stick around a little bit more. So I decided that today what I would do is first hit up the back, since I got there late. I'd hit up the back first and make my way back up to the front, as opposed to hitting up the front and working my way to the back like I usually do. I did it in reverse today, which seemed kind of weird. I've never done it like that before. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you've been going to this place for years and you do it one way and you turn around and do it the other way, it seems kind of weird. But it actually worked for the best, because as I was getting closer to the front, I noticed people behind me, further in the back, were starting to pack up. So it was a good idea to hit the back first and then make my way up to the front. So all in all, it worked out. I didn't really miss out on anything. So all in all, a good day. So that's it, guys. Please check out my library tour video. Yes, my library tour video is up. If you missed that, I posted that yesterday. Check it out. It's up. You can see the tour of my entire library. If you haven't watched it yet, please do. And if you like this video, please give it a like. If you're not already subbed, please do. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. See ya. Kind of a weird day in the fact that I kept coming across really good... Oh my god, I fucking hate people.